Welcome back to the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast. This is episode 24. Wow, we've been doing this for almost 6 months straight. So that's exciting. We're coming up on our 6-month anniversary, so we'll have to do something to celebrate that. So thank you, listeners, for keeping us going, and thank you for our fans that come see us live. We've got 2 awesome shows coming up in the LA area, so if you're in town, come check us out.
All right. January 24th, Thursday, January 24th at the Liquid Zoo, 8 p.m. Be there sharp, people. It's going to be an awesome show, and that's the reason we call it Dive Bar Comedy Podcast, because we do dive bars, I know it's kind of shitty performing at dive bars and stuff like that, but hey, that's where you learn to deal with a rough crowd. That's where you really learn to deal with hecklers and the mean people. And then we have another show, Wednesday, January 30th at the Universal Bar and Grill. Starts 8 p.m. And that's going to be an awesome show, too. We have a great lineup. And show up. The cover is only $10.
Hey, ladies, you want some hot deals on sexy styles? Check out everydaysweetheart.com for everyday great deals on cute and sexy outfits, clubwear, mini dresses, leggings, sexy lingerie. And guys, feel free to stop by too and find something hot for the girl of your dreams. That's everydaysweetheart.com. And for 10% off, use the friend code TAKE10. That's TAKE10. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, you need flooring because your floors got messed up during the last party. You need flooring because your dog urinated all over the place and it's all brown and stained and it's buckling and it's warping because of your dog. You were out doing comedy. No one was home. Well, log on to selectflooring.biz. Selectflooring.biz. B-I-Z. And hit them up. Call them up, say, hey, what your situation is.
So a lot of people don't realize that GT and I are actually married. We do our shows together. We've been doing shows together before we ever dated or even looked at each other that way. But we have that comedy thing in common, but we're also married. And it comes up a lot on stage. GT, you have a little bit about what's it like being married, and it got you in trouble the other day, right?
Oh, yeah. I got banned from another open mic, actually. I got banned from the Pack Theater because after going there for 8 years, and the host said, I don't want you coming here again, because he thinks my comedy is too rough. I told him, why? Is it because I'm a Trump supporter? Is it because he goes, he didn't say anything, and he just said, you're just too rough.
What was the joke that you did? What joke do you think it was that you did that was so rough they kicked you out, like banned you for life?
I told any Donald Trump hating clowns in here, and I said, I can't believe you guys went into the voting booth and voted for Hillary and Jill Stein when you don't even know her. And then I told stuff like, afterwards, I told my wife is a Democrat, and the other day I woke up, I told my wife I want to put my dick in your mouth.
I don't think it was the political thing. I don't think it was just that they're not into Trump. Maybe it was maybe they saw that as like a too harsh. To wake up your wife, say, I want to put your dick in your mouth. I want to put my dick in your mouth. Doesn't sound good.
And then I said that, yeah, she said my mouth is asleep. And then I went to the garage, stroked it, spray painted it black, and then put it in front of her face, and she went to town. And I guess it didn't sit well with the host.
You said the host was black, right? So you're making fun of his dick.
The host that banned me is white, and the co-host is black.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which part of that they were offended by, but I could see people getting offended by most of that. I don't know. Maybe some people were just offended because they're Hillary supporters, but some people were probably offended by the telling your wife, let me stick your dick in my mouth. Let me stick my dick in your mouth. And then painting it black might offend black people. It's kind of racist. So you got all three. You got like sexist, racist, and political controversy there.
Yeah, I've been banned from a lot of comedy clubs, and I guess some things don't change, and what can I do? Sometimes you just have to create your own platform. You can't go around relying on people and stuff. You just got to create your own platform, and I have my own art. You know what I mean? Now it doesn't really bother me anymore. Before it used to like bug me, like why you like banning me? And I like now, like I don't care. Good. I'm just gonna add that to my little repertoire.
But it's art, as you said. It's art. So it's so beautiful. It's just such beautiful art that you make, GT.
Yeah, the art of getting banned. And but what I was saying, are there any Donald Trump hating clowns? Some people are actually. I've had a lot of people at that packed theater actually come up to me and say how they're a huge fan of mine, and the girl that brought me on stage the same night told everybody that this guy is the most loved comedian here at the packed theater, the most adored, the most loved, the most talked about. And then after I get off stage, I get banned. It's quite ironic.
I kind of wish I would have seen it because I feel like you probably talk about stuff like that every time you go there. So I'm surprised that they would just love and adore you for years and years every week. And then all of a sudden, with the same kind of material you always give, that they're going to suddenly ban you. Seems a little strange.
Yeah, I'll just take my vulgar ass some other comedy place and do my stuff there. I don't know. Maybe they might start a page saying "Ban GT" fan club. I wouldn't be surprised if they start one.
Well, I don't know, but you do have a vulgar ass, and I'm not surprised people are offended by you. But free speech, I am surprised they're banning you in a comedy club because that's something that's been happening like in college campuses and other places. Like they're not allowing people to use free speech in comedy. And that's kind of what comedy is about, is being able to say things that maybe are not appropriate to say. But at the same time, you don't want to just be crude and offending people all the time.
I like to just talk about what I'm feeling at the moment, and if I'm feeling like talking about some nasty shit, and that's what's boiling inside, I just go ahead and talk about that, and if they don't like it, I get banned. I just move on to the next spot that's gonna appreciate my art. I just talk. If it's boiling inside, something nasty, and just go ahead and do it as long as you're not hurting anyone.
GT has a lot of nasty shit boiling inside. Nasty shit boiling inside. Which reminds me, we had a problem. We had a plumbing problem recently with our toilet. There was some nasty shit. One of the things about being married is you have to share the same toilet sometimes. It's pretty horrible.
Okay. Imagine Barbie doll taking a shit 18 inches long, hard as a rock, and ends up clogging up the toilet. And this happens on regular basis. I mean, this thing just doesn't go. We plunge it forever for until late afternoon. I mean, I was plunging it really, really hard. And then by accident, I came and took a shit on it in the middle of the night. I didn't know you had clogged the toilet, and then you were actually talking about my shit and how nasty it was. You didn't want to plunge it.
Well, the thing was, yes, I'll admit that I take a big, long shit because that's how I stay thin. And my body just eliminates any excess waste. But I was able to halfway flush the toilet so that it was clear. The water was clear. And I told you all about it. And then you went ahead, even though it looked okay, I had told you it was clogged. You went ahead and took a shit on top of my shit. And then you plunged the toilet with all the shit in the toilet. And you're going to get the plunger all dirty instead of trying to flush it down to where it looks clear like I did.
You know, I am a forgetful person. I forget most things. And my memory is not as strong as yours, or else I would have been really, really good in school. That's what I realized. That's where my weakness is, memory. So when you told me that the toilet is clogged when I was half asleep and then I woke up, took a shit. So don't blame me. You know what I mean? And then you came back from work and took another deep, long, hard shit like the Twin Towers. And then like you cut, it's like 2 9-inch.
You're right. It was like the Twin Towers. It was like a pair of skis. It was doubled up because there were two of them. But, yeah, you know, I mean, maybe you did forget. Maybe you were too tired. But I think part of the problem is you were taking shits in the middle of the night. Who shits in the middle of the night? It's very strange.
I shit in the middle of the night. I shit in the morning. I shit in the afternoon. I shit after I come back from work. I shit. I stop and take a shit at public restaurants like at McDonald's, Burger King, you name it. I go in and take a shit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, but don't get me wrong. I buy a cookie afterwards. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to take a free shit.
So polite. You're such a polite shitter. And actually, you were being polite. You were being so polite and going in the other bathroom to take your shit most of the time. But then I guess you decided since it was the middle of the night, it was okay to go in our bathroom. And that's when you shit on top of my shit and clog the toilet for like almost the whole day.
You said the toilet was already clogged, so I don't know what the fuck is the problem. So, I shitted on top of your shit, and I didn't know that thing was clogged, and I didn't check as I was going, taking down my underwear because I really had to go, and I drink coffee every once in a while, and that makes me want to take a shit. So, but I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to fart and then stink up the place. Sometimes, if you have to, I think that shitting alleviates a lot of farting. So I don't want to stink up the place like you do.
Oh, that was like a jab you threw in at the end. Stink up the place like I do. And I disagree with your shitting eliminates farting. Shitting clears the pathway for all the farts to come out that were trapped behind the turd.
You know, the night before I was at the J Spot. I had some French fries and some buffalo wings. And when I took a shit, I just saw it all come out. It was, it looked like freaking grinded French fries. And I hope I won't get banned for saying that. But, hey, you know, I try to eat healthy, but.
It sounds disgusting. My shit looked beautiful, like you said, like the Twin Towers. And so firm that you're right. That's probably why the pipes couldn't handle it. But I'm glad that I didn't even go in the bathroom and attempt to see your shit because that would have grossed me out. But, yeah, GT, you're hereby banned from this podcast. I'm no longer going to let you on the podcast because you're too gross.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is my shit is always nice and soft. Unlike yours, hard as a rock, like a cell phone.
Nice and soft. You shouldn't be bragging about that. That's disgusting diarrhea shit. And it's nothing to be proud of. But anyway, GT, I'm sure our listeners are so sick if you want to go back, listeners, and just count how many times we said the word shit in this episode, I'm sure most of them are sick of listening to it. So let's just change the subject and get into the comedy. From now on, you are banned.
I wanna fix something I said. Your shit is hard as a rock, like this freaking microphone. Not like a cell phone. It's like long and hard. That's the reason you're clogging up the toilet. And then what am I gonna do? If that thing just flooded, and you're like, keep flushing, keep flushing, keep flushing, keep flushing. It's like keep flushing. And that thing just overflows and then causes some huge flooring damage. And then I have to call up some plumbers, call up some midnight plumbers. They're going to charge me $500 just to show up and unclog the toilet.
Well, all right. I have to give you credit, GT, because you did eventually plunge yourself to a clear toilet, and you also put Comet and clean the toilet after that, so it's nice and clean. So thank you, GT. You did your part in being such a good husband, and also thank you for calling my shit so firm and beautiful like the Twin Towers, because it really is.
Oh my God. You know what I realized? That your fart smells exactly like my fart. We have the same fart smell.
I do recall you saying that before, and you even had a little song about it. Would you like to remember the song?
I think I might remember it. My fart is your fart is my fart. You make me happy when skies are gray. I eat the same food, you eat the same food. Now our farts smell the same.
So romantic. So now, for anyone who's not married, you know all about how it is to be married. And obviously, GT and I have a very close, intimate relationship. So sorry you had to listen to that, people. If you're grossed out by that kind of thing, we will try not to talk about it too much again. Like I said, GT is banned from this show from now on. So please stay tuned. And
so long to Pack Theater Monday nights. I'm not gonna be there anymore. So I want to say to all those kids out there showing up, showing me support, showing me love. And sorry, I'm not gonna be there anymore. I might be some other mic. So just go around looking for my ass.
Or come to our shows and see us live. All right, check out our comics. We have a fun lineup on today's show, and some interviews getting into it with the comics tonight. So check it out.
Hey guys, you need a party tent, you need a commercial tent, you need a tent because you have no garage. Well, log on to webtentsale.com, webtentsale.com, and check out our site. This site is designed for commercial tents, party tents, and anything but camping tents. So if you need a tent because you have a party and you need to buy it instead of renting it all the time, you're tired of throwing your money down the drain, well, go to our website, webtentsale.com, and check it out and order your tent right now.
Hey there, I'm Wild Joe. We're at Dive Bar Comedy. I'm here with GT.
Hey, what's up, Wild Joe? We got Pete Buchbauer in here.
Pete Buchbauer. What's up?
Not much. How you guys doing?
You ever get made fun of for your name?
No, not since like middle school. I used to get a lot of fuck power back in the middle school days, but
That's a good one, though.
it was pretty good. I mean, it's clever, so I'll take it.
Not just clever. It's like a positive. I got fuck power.
Well, absolutely, yeah. I think maybe help get me some dates. We'll find out.
Cool. That's a cool name.
Buchbauer. Sounds like a Ford. Eddie Bauer.
It's German. It's German as fuck. It's super German. But
German as buck.
yes, exactly. But yeah, it's a good name for comedy though. It's got some power behind it. Pete Buchbauer sounds good when it gets said by an MC.
Yeah, it's cool. As long as they can pronounce it. So how long have you been doing comedy?
I am almost 10 years in. I've been doing it full time for the past 4.5 years. Moved out here from Washington, D.C., where I was doing comedy full time, and then moved to L.A.
What does that mean? Full-time comedy? What were you doing there?
I'd hit the road and I'd work the clubs and made all my money telling jokes.
Wow, I hardly ever meet any comedian that makes money doing comedy.
Yeah, no, between this and SiriusXM and my album's up on Spotify and stuff like that and iTunes. So just residuals off that on top of playing the clubs, hitting the Midwest where they love comedy and it's hard to come by, and doing the East Coast and Florida. Florida loves comedy. They pay for it, and I take that money.
We're about to move after talking to you. So how do you feel about L.A.?
I love L.A. I mean, you can't make shit for money in L.A. as a comedian until you have all the TV credits. But I'm doing all right. You know, I'll hit the road every couple months just to pay my rent, and then I come back here and do the grind and do the auditions and all the shit that everyone has to do to try and make it in L.A.
You book yourself or somebody books you on the road?
I have an agent who does a lot of the booking for me, and then I've got relationships with certain clubs now where I can just reach out directly to a club owner and cut the middleman out, and then he still gets a cut, but just not nearly as big. He gets 5% on things that I book on my own, as opposed to the 10% he gets if he does the work.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you married? Are you single?
I'm divorced. I'm in a new relationship, but I'm divorced, which is the best thing for my comedy career that I ever had. Got divorced, was able to hit the road full time and talk about it on stage, which is super relatable. 50% of marriages end in divorce, so 50% of the audience is always on my side.
So how does your ex feel about that? Was she listening to your set?
Oh, yeah, she's heard it. She and I, we still get along. It was just one of those things. We were in different places. I was looking to become to continue pushing for my career as a comedian, and she was looking to not date a comedian, or marry a comedian. So it worked out beneficial for both of us. So she still lives in a small town in Virginia, and I'm out here living in LA, and I like to think I'm doing a little bit more with my life than she is, but it's not for everybody.
No, it's definitely not for everybody, and not everybody wants their husband out on the road all the time, and especially if she's just stuck in a boring town in Virginia. She's probably bored to death.
Oh, yeah, and she's working the 9 to 5. She's a graphic designer, so she's doing magazine spreads for realty magazines and stuff like that. And she was always worried if I was going on the road, what am I doing on the road? And I was like, well, generally I'm telling jokes and then getting drunk and going to sleep. So, because I'm a comedian, I don't interact with people. I do that on stage. So, but yeah, it's divorce is good for comedy, as weird as it may seem. It let me open up a lot more, which made my set a lot more successful, because you kind of stop hiding behind anything, because no one's at home telling you, oh, you shouldn't say that or you should. You just say what you want.
I hate it when people tell me what to say.
So now you're single. You're on the road. Do you meet a lot of women?
I have. It's been so I'm in a new relationship now. So now, no. But when for the past few months, yeah, there's something special about being on stage.
Yeah, it gives you like that star quality. Even if you're not funny or not good looking or not good, if you're up on the stage under the lights and stuff, people will find you way, way more attractive. So for your new girlfriend, are you allowed to talk about her on the stage, or what are the rules for that? And does she listen to your set?
She does. She's here tonight, actually. That's who came in with me. She's been to a couple shows now, and she listens to it. And I don't really have any material about her yet, which I've said that to her, and she's like, hey, it's fair game. She's cool with it. She loves comedy, and so she's totally on board with whatever I need to say or do. It's fine. I tell jokes about other relationships on stage, and she doesn't give a shit, because that's the past and stuff like that.
I've had in the past girls I've dated, and then I'll be like going on stage, coming up with some new jokes. They're like, oh, some girl's mouth was one size small for my dick, and then she'd be like calling me up on Facebook. Oh, was that my problem? Were you talking about me on stage? I'm like, no, I'm not talking. Yeah, right. She got angry. Took me off Facebook when our friends. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Maybe she had a small mouth and was self-conscious about it.
It's clearly she needed a lip job or something. I don't know. I personally, I've had more exes than girls I'm with get mad about material, especially when they think something's about them and it's not, or when they're unhappy that I'm still doing jokes that I was doing when I was with them. And it's like, well, yeah, those are my jokes. The relationship's over, the comedy's not, so they kind of have to deal with it.
Probably how Taylor Swift's exes feel about her and all her songs.
Probably. I think most of them are rich enough to not give a shit.
Yeah, you probably got to be rich to date Taylor Swift.
We got to move on to the next comic.
All right. So let's say thank you, Pete Buchbauer. We're very excited to hear your set. Where can people find you online?
So I'm on Instagram. It's at TPOPete. I'm on Instagram at The Popular Outcasts. And then Facebook, I got a fan page on Facebook, just Pete Buchbauer. It's BUCHBAUER. I'm the only one on there, so I'm easy to find. And then I'm on Spotify. My album's called Out of My League. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes. It's on SiriusXM. You can find me all over the place if you look hard enough.
So awesome.
Do you get residuals from all that?
I do. So please go to Spotify. Just subscribe to the album. You can just play it at night. You don't have to listen to it. You can sleep through it. That's fine. Just play it so I can get paid.
Oh, so nice.
Nice. You're the first comic ever mentioned Spotify. Yeah, we've been interviewing a lot of comics.
Hey, we know all about recording. I went to recording school. We should be recording our comedy and putting it out on Spotify.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend it. It's a great paycheck every couple months.
Awesome. All right, Pete. Well, we look forward to hearing your set.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Take care, Pete.
Attention all drinkers. Attention all drinkers. Do you like a smooth tasting vodka that goes down with no burn? How about Global Vodka, straight from Italy? Check it out. You can find it at global-vodka.com. Not only does it have a smooth, great taste, it also is gluten-free and organic for you health nuts. So try Global Vodka. You can find it at global-vodka.com, or next time you're in LA, check it out at Universal Bar and Grill.
Hey, I'm Wild Joe. We are back on Dive Bar Comedy Podcast with Curt Seablom. What's up, Curt?
Hey, how's it going, Wildcat?
So, you ever been out here before? Schoonerville.
No. I was here for some background work before this area, but I've never performed here. Looking forward to it.
Background work like in the movies?
One was for a residential, was for a corporate film, and the other one was for a jockey underwear commercial for India.
What were you wearing?
I was a store clerk. I didn't have to wear underwear, thank God.
So you could tell everybody, oh, I was in a jockey underwear commercial. Just don't mention the store clerk part.
Yeah, well, it's only aired for India, so I probably could have gotten away with it, too. Interesting.
You know, sometimes less is more. People like mystery. Man, this place is really filling up. We are just getting packed to the gills here in Schoonerville. I've never been to this bar before, but it seems to be pretty popular. People are looking forward to the comedy show tonight. What kind of comedy do you do, Curt?
Well, I do a mix of monologue jokes and story, mostly clean. I'm a divorced dad, so I got a lot of dad jokes.
Like literal dad jokes about being a dad.
Yeah, exactly. And, I bounce some of them off my kids, the ones that aren't too dirty. And I got older kids, too, so they vet my dirtier jokes.
How many kids do you have?
I got 5. I'm Catholic.
5? How many women?
Oh, just one.
No.
Yes. One woman married for 22 years and now divorced.
Oh, my God. One woman popped out 5 babies for Curt.
Yeah, poor thing. She deserved a medal. But I think maybe that's what drove her crazy. That's what drove her crazy, I think.
Wow. I have one baby. I do some baby jokes, and just the one baby is enough to drive a person crazy, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, she was a stay-home mom, so she was able to stay home all the time with all 5 kids. And as they grew up, she still stayed home and everything. But yeah, the kids are a huge part of my life.
Aw, that's so sweet. GT, his kids are the huge part of his life.
Wow. We got a guy here who had 5 kids. So are they all boys and girls? Are they all boys or all girls?
No, 1 boy, 4 girls.
Wow, that's awesome. The boy, is he like the youngest of all, or what?
Oh no, that would be difficult. The boy is the second oldest, and then the oldest is a girl, and then all the other ones are girls. So he's a big brother for 3 of them.
Wow. Which is better, boys or girls?
Okay, when they're young, definitely girls. When they get older and dating, definitely boys.
That's like an overprotective father thing, because you're like, oh, I don't care if my boy goes out with a bunch of crazy girls, but I don't want my girl going out with a bunch of crazy guys.
Yeah, exactly. The whole dating thing is really, any dad will tell you, it's a very worrisome point for the girls. The boy, he's pretty shy too, so I think he's okay. But the girls, if they get pregnant, it's just pretty catastrophic.
Basically, what you're saying is that boys are the worst ones because they're worse when they're little, and then they're still the worst ones when they're older because they're the worst people to have to go on a date with.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You're right. I should have prefaced that because I don't trust the boys who go date my daughters. The girls are nice and easy when they're growing up, but then when they get to dating age, I worry about them more. They're definitely still easy.
Aw, that's so sweet. I have a little baby girl who's 12 months old, and now I have a little boy that's coming on the way.
Oh, very cool. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm kind of worried about having a boy because they like to play in dirt and with fake guns and beat people up and stuff like that, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I had 2 brothers growing up. One's a twin, and the other one's a year older than me. So I never knew sisters. I never knew how to raise girls. I raised them like boys, and everything turned out okay, though.
Yeah, girls could fit in with the boys pretty easily. There's a lot of tomboy girls that turn out just fine.
Yeah, and some of them grow up to be tom men.
All right, well, it's getting kind of packed in here. I think our show's about to start, so I'm sorry to cut you short, Curt, but where can people find you online, and what are you working on that people might want to look up and find you?
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook just under Curt Seablom, Curtseablom. A Swedish name, that's why I'm so blonde and tall, as you can probably attest to. But that's where you can find me.
Cool. All right, look forward to hearing your set. Thanks a lot.
Next comedian coming to the stage, wonderful gentleman. He got a cool name. It's Mr. Curt Seablom.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for the 4 of you sticking around. This is awesome. Really appreciate it. I drove in from Tehachapi to do the 4 of you. Any of you guys know where Tehachapi is? It's up in the mountains, and it's really like a retirement community. A lot of old people, a lot of antique stores, a lot of tweakers, a lot of old tweakers too, which I just call tweakers. Trying to get that into the Urban Dictionary, see if that goes. But anyway, it's not bad living up there. Going through a divorce, tough. I have 5 kids at home. I think their parents just stopped looking for them. No, they're my kids. They're awesome. My 15-year-old just started dating this guy. He's a lot taller than me. It shouldn't come as a surprise. But a lot taller than me, full mustache, beard, and comes over and to introduce him and stuff. And it's like, I gotta be nice to this guy for now. But I know that in like 2 years, if he's still dating her, he's just gonna slap a cheeseburger out of my hand during a barbecue and just call me his bitch. And it just sucks being short. Like Halloween, right? Halloween is nothing that sucks when you're short. You can't really dress up as anything cool, right? When you're short, you can just dress up as like some woodland creature, right? Like dwarf or a hobbit or Danny DeVito. Nothing cool. That sucks. I don't look forward to Halloween, but Christmas is coming, so that's awesome. Can't wait for Christmas. My older brother, he ruined Christmas for me though when I was a kid. He said, Curt, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Santa Claus is just like TV wrestling. Completely full of steroids. Oh, Jesus Christ, I should have known it. How else is he gonna get all his toys out, right? But yeah, trying to date again now, that's tough, because, I'm out of the game now. And plus, I don't even drink now, right? I'll get to that later, but I used to be able to go to a bar, and people would be like, middle of the night, barfly stumble up to you and be like, you look like Mark Wahlberg, fuck Matt Damon. All right. And now I just go to coffee shops and shit, and that's a lot different, Then this woman there is like, hey, like any movies? I don't really watch any mainstream movies. Oh, okay. Don't like movies. You like any music? I love indie bands. Oh, so you don't like music either. That sucks. Can you fit your fist in your mouth? Because that would make you interesting. Yeah. And I'm glad I'm divorced though. The ex, she was really controlling. She was a hardcore control freak. One of the things she used to always tell me too is every day she'd be like, drink pineapple juice. Drink pineapple juice. Every day telling me to drink pineapple juice. Any guys ever hear about that? Drink pineapple juice? Why do you do it? Makes the semen taste better. Which is bullshit, because no matter how much pineapple juice I put in that cup, I can still taste it. Fucking not true. Not true. But yeah, so when I started dating again, I was like, my ex-wife was she wasn't very bright. One thing, she believed in all those ghost stories, right? Like, she loved watching those things on TV. True ghost stories, ghost hunters, Scooby-Doo. Thought all of them was real, So I was like, well, this time I'm going to date someone a little smarter. So I started dating this woman for a little while. She had a master's degree in computer science. So she was really fat. Yeah. That didn't last very long. But for one thing, there was just no common ground that would support her. But now I'm dating a math teacher. Woo! Yeah, those are the ones that count.
Right?
Boom! Yeah. Those are the ones that count. So that's cool. But divorce is expensive. My oldest daughter, when I left the house, my oldest moved out with me. And we were at the apartment, and she was writing a check for her Jeep. She's got a Jeep, and the transmission's blown. It's been dead for 6 months. But she still owes money on it. And she's like, man, Dad, this sucks having to pay for something you can't even use anymore. I'm writing spousal support check to my ex. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah. But, hey, any Marilyn Monroe fans here? No?
Yeah.
Okay, between the three of you? Okay.
Yeah, no,
All right. So I don't know if you read the news, but USA Today a couple months ago, they said they found some lost footage of Marilyn Monroe. The only nude footage to exist of Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I guess in the early 60s, there was a scene where she was laying in bed and the sheet slipped off, exposing her beautiful naked body. But it ends up it was just her autopsy. Yeah. There you go. So you have that going for you. Yeah. You guys heard the news about NASA just landed the InSight on Mars? Yeah, pretty cool, right? So it's equipped with this with seismic instruments, so it can measure for Mars quakes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it's like an earthquake without the looters. That's cool. Got that going. The Gap just announced they're going to be shrinking the stores in an attempt to save its company. So now it's just going by a rather small hole. It's not a Gap anymore. Yeah. Rather small hole. Look for that. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I got 4 girls, my kids, okay? 4 of my girls, 1 boy. And I would do anything for these guys, My oldest daughter, though, she's dating this, and I want them to all be lesbians and nuns. Like I already told you. Guys, I know it's a fucked up thing, so. But anyway, she's seeing a guy named Jesus. I call him Jesus. She calls him Jesus. Not a nun, but hey, yeah, it's a start. But anyway, I quit drinking 5 years ago, right? And almost 6 years ago, New Year's will be 6 years. Usually gets applause, but that's okay. We're small crowd. Thank you. Yeah, so anyway, I was like, okay, last night I'm going to go out with a blast. Chain smoking, drinking, I also quit smoking too. I was drinking Maker's Mark and Shock Tops. It was awesome, right? From what I remember. Woke up the next morning, up in my room, my pajamas, like, whoa. Went downstairs to see what's going on. Whole family was at the table, all the kids, my ex-wife, wife at the time. And Jesus was even there. And I was like, what's going on, guys? And my ex was like, you better get in that bathroom and clean up that fucking mess you left from last night. Go in there and look. Everything's knocked over. Big puddle in the middle of the room. my clothes, my pants and underwear balled up in the corner. He's like, yeah, see that puddle? That was you. Yeah, crashed out there naked, covered in piss. No, I didn't. I stepped upstairs in my room, see, I got my pajamas on. That's not even my footstep in that puddle. And that's when Jesus said, it was then that I carried you. So, yeah, footsteps. That poem makes a lot of sense to me now. Hey, I'm Curt Seablom. You guys, thanks so much for sticking around.
Hell yeah, brother!
Now applause for the God. Yeah!
LA residents, are you tired of slippery floors? Are you afraid you might slip on your tile? Well, check out tightgripla.com. It's a local business coming out, surveying your floors, and treating it with a non-slip solution, a semi-permanent non-slip solution that will keep your floors safe, whether in the rain outdoors or indoors in the kitchen or bathroom areas that sometimes get wet and very slippery. So if you want safer floors and to not get injured while you're just walking around, check out tightgripla.com.
We have a round of applause. Thank you guys for all hanging out tonight. It's the Shooterville Bar and Grill. Thank you guys for coming through. Yeah, I had some of them spicy buffalo wings they got up in here now. You know my people, a little parcel of chicken. But honestly, what man doesn't love chicken? I know, we all love it. We all love it. We actually do nastier things to chicken than we do to women. Yeah. We've been holding chicken down for hundreds of years. We should start the Me Too chicken movement. Poor things. Just sticking our hands up their ass without. I'm telling you, we haven't asked to stick our faces in between their legs for years. We just grab them by the chicken pussy and do what we want. It's terrible. Me Too for chickens. All right. So, once again, another great round of applause for Tom Ayers. He did a great job. Let's get ready for the next comedian coming to the stage. He sounds pretty cool. He got a nice name. It starts with a D, ends with a K. It's almost like he's related to somebody who's big time, but he's probably better than him, like he's dropping a brother with a hot rhyme. Show some love and put some hands together for Mr. Cool himself, Mr. Dan Kattan. And he's going to bring some music into your life. Oh, yeah.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Where's the energy? Yo, I am. Let's get to know me right now. I'll give you a little insider info on who I am. I like to do drugs. I like to go to electronic festivals with my friends. Just living that millennial life. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yo, what up? Yeah, and not only do I do that, but I'm actually from Texas. Texas. From Texas. I'm a Middle Eastern guy. If you can't tell, Middle Eastern, half white. Actually, moved here from Austin. Austin. ATH. Yeah.
Say Texas around them.
You. Oh, this thing. I recently left my corporate job. Yeah, following the dreams, The dreams come with the bank account that's going down and the life and funds coming up, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I came out here, and one of the first things that I did was, you start realizing things that exist out here that don't really exist in Texas. One of the things that I realized was how hairy as fuck I am, coming from my dad, coming from Israel. Yeah, he's just one hairy ass motherfucker. And coming out here, I'm like, oh, laser hair removal. What's that about? And my girlfriend convinced me to go get that done a few times. She got it for me as a birthday gift. So I went from this hairy, disgusting, monster in the woods to, this luscious, buttery California male. Things are good, guys. Things are good, keeping it real. Another thing, too, is I don't like fucking mayonnaise on my sandwiches. I went to Jimmy John's, And Jimmy John put fucking mayonnaise on my sandwiches, and Big Daddy Dan doesn't fucking play around with mayonnaise on his fucking sandwiches. Y'all know what I'm saying? Woo! Yeah. Fuck mayonnaise. Yeah. I wrote this song this morning. I want to test out some stuff. It just, just comes to you. You just gotta get it out. So this, I don't really understand people that like to create Instagram or social media pages for their animals. They're a fucking animal, guys. It's a dog. There's no need to dress your dog up, paint it in a different color, and be like, ooh, look, oh, people follow Fluffy. Oh, isn't he fucking cute? No, there's no point. There's just no point, guys. And coming out here, I realized that exists everywhere. You see everybody taking pictures of their dogs, like, oh, my dog's the cutest dog in the world. What's up, world? Hashtag world, hashtag pets alive, hashtag fuck yeah. So anyway, that's about that. So this song is about that situation. So. This little dog has got a Instagram. This little dog is gonna bite my hand. This little doggy ain't my friend. This little doggy ain't never gonna live here again. This little doggy likes to eat a lot. This little doggy likes to lick his butt. This little doggy smells really bad. This little doggy reminds me of my dad. This little doggy really likes my bed. This little doggy likes to get fed. This little doggy needs expensive surgery. This little doggy gonna get put down in a hurry. Sorry, honey. Fluffy died. Can't pay for that surgery. No, I can't pay for that guy. This little doggy I got when he was a run. This little doggy was always a little concern. This little doggy likes to eat his own poop. That's why I keep him out there out on the stew. Yeah, Fluffy, fuck you. Piece of shit. God damn it, dog. Get the fuck out of here. You shit all over my goddamn carpet, you piece of shit. Alright, guys, that was my therapy session about dogs. Let's get back to the jokes, right? Am I right? The guy was saying Schoonerville. Is it Schoonerville or is it Schoonerville? Schoonerville? Schoonerville. Okay, I was like, Schooner. I before E except after C, elemental P, like that guy said. Anyway, let's get y'all back into my world. I do music stuff too. I just started getting into comedy, and was sniffing the corporate jockstrap for about 5 years. Yeah, corporate America. Oh, it smells so good. Thank you, boss. Thank you for this opportunity to, do nothing that really benefits me ever. Oh, yeah, it smells so good, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Another thing, too, I like to mention is the millennial generation, guys. I mean, come on, what a bag of shit they are. Am I right? There's my light, y'all. I don't really know what to leave y'all with, but I will leave you with this. Yeah. That's my time.
One more time, what do you think? Dan Kattan and the wire that be making noise with the master plan. Y'all like the guitar playing? That's what I'm talking about. So the ladies like that, Dan? Ladies, is that your girlfriend, Dan? Yeah. Hey, so you like the finger work, ma? That's all right. You don't got to tell me. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I know how Dan gets his ladies. I always wanted to learn to play the guitar. I bought one like 10 years ago. Like, I'm going to learn this shit. And I keep sitting there. Dude, it's hard. How many years have you been practicing?
5.
God, fuck, man. I'm impressed. Round of applause for practicing hard work and dedication to the game. Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
All right, people, that's our show.
All right, folks, that's our show. Sorry to disgust you, and thanks for listening. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.